Hey guys, and welcome back to another part of Blood Omen 2, the Legacy of Kain series. I'm joined again here by Thor.
Mm-hmm.
And when we last left off, we just finished the 4th chapter of the Upper City, where we attempted to make contact with the Bishop of Meridian. And he showed us the way. Literally, the whole point of that chapter was to literally just to find the Bishop, so he could show us a secret entrance to get into this keep. That was completely the only reason for that chapter.
Yeah, it seemed a bit drawn out.
We had a new spell that he's given us, a spell called Charm. And what this does is it allows us to take control of NPC characters, but really it doesn't do anything for the enemies. You can't take control of the enemies. So it's again one of those gimmicky, pointless spell things that you didn't really need to do, I guess. Didn't really need to have happen.
It's another one you got in The Sims 4, Charm of The Sims.
And I've lost my weapon.
It's funny because you can command them to sleep as well at will.
You can't do that on this game.
I
mean, you can in a way, but it's not the sleep that you think it is. It's
not the snooze. Well, yeah, it's funny. The vampires.
It's fuds. Yeah, it's fuds. I like that.
Fuds.
It's fuds.
They got the vampires in Sims 4 are brilliant. They're just like, I mean, they've got some powers that are like proper vampire powers, but then they've got like really stupid things because it's The Sims, isn't it? It's got really funny, dumb stuff you can do.
That sounds about right.
I like it.
Well, I'm not sure we can actually go over there because I really want to take on that guard right now. That's meant to be the main entrance of the keep, and as you can see, it's a pretty cool.
Let you jump.
No, you can't let me jump over this.
Invisible.
Invisible. Well, I mean, no, you can actually jump in the water from here, but I'm obviously wanting to. Yeah, you'll die.
You can't go over it. See, you gotta go around.
That is a cool shot, though. Of crows flying over the keep whilst the moonlight's just shining there. I like this chapter. These are the two good chapters, and we're definitely going into medieval territory here. So here you go. To use the dark power, yes, we know. And it looks like this essentially, but when you hover over these types of peeps. That's literally all it is. So the whole gimmick is just to take control of these guys and make them, you know, press levers, essentially. That's the only reason this power exists, which is really not fun, if I'm honest.
Seems a bit underwhelming.
Completely underwhelming.
But then again, what else are they gonna do?
Well, they could have just. I could have more than happily done without this power and just give me more options for maneuverability with this game.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. It's like if that's all that power does, it's like what? Why is it there? I can't really think of what else that power could do. Why would you control anybody? For combat? No. If it's just for pulling levers and doing puzzles, it seems rather redundant. But you know, obviously they make it relevant by forcing it just the way that you did. You know, the lever's on the other side of the door, and that's the only way you can open it.
That's pretty much it.
They've kind of made a stupid.
It's very redundant.
Power.
It's a very redundant power that
But they forced it to be necessary. Just for stupid things like that, and I can't.
I know. Trust me. I mean, this is a game company coming from. I mean, it's the same game company that stems from Tomb Raider. So
yeah, you said.
Yeah, it's like God knows what direction they were planning on with this, but the execution for half of their game was completely unnecessary.
They just couldn't bring themselves to leave that sort of gameplay, and I wish, you know, they could have done, because then that means all the other features and mechanics completely unrelated to that could have been you know, they could have been more in depth, could have flourished a bit more if they'd concentrated more on not
They
having these
could have
puzzles.
done a lot of things.
Well, that's it, isn't it? But
Um,
because they put all these puzzles like this in it, pushing things onto things.
Mhm.
Fucking hell, I hate
It's just padding. It's just padding.
it.
Which again, I'm afraid it shows way too much.
They should, like I said earlier, they should have made just a straight up hack and slash, or a brawler, or something like that, or a stealth game.
I mean, they learned their lessons with the second game, the sequel after this game. They did learn their lessons.
Yeah.
It's just that that game isn't as interesting either, because it just, again, I don't know, the gameplay of that is really boring and shallow.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even need to stand still watching this whole. Ow! I didn't even need to stand still and watching that whole bloody animation play out. God, I hate when the sound resets as well. That's really annoying. You can tell that the PC version had a lot of problems, and this was the first edition of the game. And the console version's got a lot more love. Oh, we got some more rogues.
Did the sound thing happen in the original, or is it because it's on a modern computer?
No, it didn't.
Oh, is it just because it's on a modern?
It could be
machine that
because it was a modern computer, or simply, but no, I want to keep this sword now.
you
just-
got an attached to it.
Well, it's because it's more powerful. I saved your life, only to kill me myself.
I need to take it.
We seem to have rogues and thieves in this keep as well now. They're very bold.
They're everywhere, aren't they? Them all.
I mean, they've got balls. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
You're in like the capital of where the leader of the whole movement of this age is, essentially.
And
Are you
just
planning to
blazing
rob
enough
him?
to break in, yeah.
Yeah, that's like,
Fucking good luck with
God
that.
knows why you thought that was a good idea.
Prepare to die.
It would. It's funny how it lifts up the ball as well.
Mm.
Okay, maybe not that time.
Always gotta. And because I hate how unstable this version of the game is, I have to keep saving it, so it rips me out of the immersion for this game. Although I like those flickering graphics there. I do like that. That's pretty good for immersion.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, I like it.
Looks like it just
Small
looks like
things.
a wobbling texture rather than actual lighting.
Yeah, but it's still
But
they got the
it
effect
achieves
right.
the effect. Is dead.
I'm guessing this switch is important.
Might be. What are you standing there for?
Sorry.
Oh,
I
you're
just
waiting
get-
for the thing to move.
Yeah. Well, that as well. don't think there was anything in that room now that I think about it. I wasn't actually paying attention. Yeah, so this is pretty much like a barracks, similar to the one they had in Oblivion, where it's just like a large flat surface with just the guards sleeping, and the servants, I guess, as well. I'm guessing.
It's just a generic.
Well, it's not really generic, really, because it's not really been shown that much. And we just had a checkpoint like not 5 minutes ago, so.
I just meant like it's just a barracks. They're in like every game.
Ah! What was that?
It was just him screaming.
I smelt your fart. I wonder where it came from.
Prepare. Yeah!
Shit. It's like I was committed, I couldn't even stop myself from attacking. Right, what was he doing in there?
Having
Yum.
a wank.
Classy.
Yeah. He had nothing else to do.
Oh yeah, this part. Ugh.
God, that looks like a tedious puzzle setup.
Oh, it is. More than it should be.
Yeah!
Yeah. On me. God, I hate draining water in video games.
Thanks again, game.
Huh?
Thanks again, game. Just blasting my eardrums out. Yeah, this is all it is. It's just situating the pipes off one by one, so you drain the water.
Yep. It's a fate.
Why is the fucking sound fucking up all the time? It's annoying.
Finish your work and come up. We're locking
Yeah,
the main
it's really
stairs.
awkward.
Well, but
Gotta say.
I've just begun down here. We never lock the main stairs at this time of day.
We've had word there may be an intruder.
An intruder? Oh, down here? Yes, I'm all finished here, sir.
Which intruder are you referring to? Because you've had like several.
Donald silent for me.
We were just talking about an intruder that was in the keep.
I wonder who that could be then.
Well, it couldn't just be me as well. Because remember, they had other
Yeah,
the
they
rogues.
Had, yeah.
Come on. It's weird how they're just like all the servants are wearing these funny masks.
Maybe they've got a masquerade coming up they're prepping early for.
Possibly.
I don't know, it kind of looks like that.
That thing is starting to get really tedious. But yeah, we just needed to drain it so we can access this here.
Yeah, just a pipe.
Just a pipe. Piping hot. See, again, a knife that I want, but
Ah!
guess I can one-hit kill those guys. Or at least one combo them.
One con.
Yeah. I know what I meant. Again, another pointless room. Well, no, not pointless room, I guess. I mean, it's a corridor, rather.
Corridors are pretty vital. They're like the arteries of the building.
Oh, hey, dude. Just in time.
Hi, hi.
Where did he go?
Alright then. I think... Okay, so this is where the cells are for this place. Some of the cells... It's a weird structure. And some of the cells do contain prisoners.
Well, just means they're effectively looted.
And I think that's it. Nope. Oh, there they are.
Help! Somebody help me, please!
I would actually be cruel not to help them. By help them, I mean kill them.
They were just going to be killed by the guards eventually anyway.
Yeah.
You've robbed the guards of their fun, so there's that.
Yep, pretty much. Or the Seraphim, for that matter.
Well, that's what I meant.
Crap. You happy now? Oh, that's annoying. See, this is where it's kind of bugged out because it prioritizes the floor below it. And it won't let you jump across in the way that you're meant to.
Alright. That seems a bit of a oversight.
More than a little. And all of this was just to open this bloody door over here.
Yeah. Send you through this whole rigmarole. Just to get like 2 inches away from where you were.
Yeah!
That's all it was. Like, weird how that was betrayed. Oh yes, and elevators.
That lift was about to fucking scream. Okay, that's loud.
See now why I have to do this? It's so annoying. 25%. This is going surprisingly well. I actually don't think I want to use this weapon anymore. See if I can find another one. Is there any more chests? A switch that contains mechanics to a lock.
Yeah, you've essentially used the switch to make another switch usable.
Is that really what happened?
But it seems like it. 'Cause usually that would open the door itself, but not this time. Locks are kinda switches. Kinda.
You there? What's the matter? I saw guards running down the stairs.
I've no idea, milady.
Go and find out. Is it a fire, an attack of some kind?
Perhaps we should wait until someone comes and tells us.
Did you hear me? Do you know who I am?
Milady, perhaps I should simply escort you to the garrison. Certainly they would be able to tell you there what is the matter.
Oh, very well.
Privilege much?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy. She's going to be bounced from one department to another.
You up there? Have you seen anyone pass that you haven't seen before?
Not a soul has passed me, sir.
Keep your eyes open. You may have an intruder.
Yes, sir. You can depend on me, sir. My grandfather was in the guards, don't you know? Until he lost his leg. Perhaps you've heard the story. Someone closed the gate on it before they knew he was there, but then his officer...
Just keep a good watch.
Who the hell is he talking to?
He's talking to that guy up there. Didn't you hear him?
Oh, I heard him, but I didn't fucking see him. I was like, Jesus Christ, where is that dude? Look up, you moron.
That might have been pointless to use this weapon. Because these guards, you can't simply chop their head off, and I'll show you why. Because of the armor, the shoulder armor that they have. Although, funny enough, if you get them in the mist...
Where did he go?
let me try that again.
Where did he go?
Chops off their head then.
Yeah.
So the game's not even consistent with its own rules.
Well, maybe when they designed him, they thought, hey, he's got the shoulder pads. It wouldn't make sense to let the sword clip through the shoulder pads. But then forgot that they'd made that takedown animation and didn't modify it for that enemy.
So there's a depiction of the Seraphan taking down Cain, who is holding the Soul Reaver.
Cool.
Which is pretty much the strongest weapon on the game.
He's famous. He's a mural at that.
Where did he go?
If an enemy goes invisible right in front of you, chances are he's gonna use it to go behind you. Why do they carry on walking in the same direction?
I don't really know.
I suppose I can't really do
AI
much if
for
they
you, I guess.
Turned around, huh?
Crystal Dynamics AI for you.
Yeah. I guess I can't do much if they turned around anyway, because you know you're invisible and you got to jump on them regardless.
What are you doing?
Stay back! Stay back!
Just thinking to himself.
Well, let him think in the water. Oh, damn it. I wanted to throw him.
I'll just put you down here.
I can't throw him now.
I've forgotten how to throw.
Whoa. He bounced.
Yeah, almost ragdoll.
So this is pretty much what the beginning cutscene showed. The Seraphan taking down Cain, and he's depicted it as a mural on his walls. And there are these soldiers, the Seraphan guards and knights and everything, just taking down my vampire soldiers.
Yeah.
What am I up to now? 60%. Okay, doing pretty good. Oh crap!
Vampire's impaled there.
Yeah, there's some more murals over here.
That one's quite cool though. Oh, the green. What is it? Glyph. Fucking energy.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like that. Being used to burn the vampires.
So yeah, that's the Seraphan spraying his glyph magic or whatever on the vampires, and they're just getting embroidered in it.
I just said that.
Yeah, sorry. Just thought I'd show the other people, and there's the other one where they're impaled.
Yeah.
Very nice. And same thing over here, but just reversed.
Just mirrored here. That's funny.
Greetings, vampire.
You have mistaken me, madam, for some thing I am not.
Don't waste my time. I know what you are. I work for the Cabal. Now listen carefully.
Speak then, madam.
The woman you seek is held in one of the upper towers.
Very good. How do I get to her?
Not so fast. You will need to pass this ward gate, and you will need me to open it for you.
Then do so at once.
In due time. First, there is another task that must be completed.
What task?
A nobleman of some importance is visiting the keep at this moment. He must be killed.
So that you may open the ward gate. Do you think me a fool? Open it!
He must be killed, I tell you. He is a traitor. He has done immeasurable harm to the Cabal. I swear it.
Do I look like a common assassin?
The ward gate will not be opened until that man is dead. I promise you. His name is Artemis. You will know him by his blue cloak. When he is dead, when his lying tongue has been stopped, I will open this gate and not before. Will you do it?
Apparently, I have no choice.
Go. Kill him, Cain. Rip out his cruel heart. Return when the deed is done.
Just mind controller. Can't you mind controller?
No, yeah, again, for some reason, you can't mind control her through this particular fence.
Yeah, see,
It's inconsistent with its own rules.
see, that's the problem. They wanted you to progress, but they wanted to put roadblocks and and they figured a gatekeeper would be the ideal way to go, evidently. But then they realised that you've got mind control power, so they went, yeah, let's not let you mind control this one person. They should have come up with a different thing to get you to do. Not that's just inconsistent.
I assume.
Damn it.
Where did he go?
Oh, is that the guy you got to kill anyway? That one.
Yeah, the one behind him.
At least you don't have to go far to do it.
No, but I was trying to hear his exposition and what he was saying, his dialogue.
Thing is, I bet that woman spent longer explaining why she wants him dead than it will take for you to actually go and kill him.
I think she could have done it herself. If I'm honest.
Could have done. You do it if you want him dead so much. See, how does she know he's even dead? If you kill him,
I don't
or
know,
not,
mate. I
you
don't
could
know.
just, you should be able to just run around the corner and go, "Yeah, I killed him," and then she lets him in, even though you just lied to her. I'd fucking lie to her. I can't be asked.
Don't hurt me.
Why has your accent all of a sudden changed? You're a fake noble, aren't you? There you go. Take
I
that,
didn't even
fake
hear
noble.
him speak.
You just said, don't hurt me, please.
Oh.
And he was like given such a posh accent when he was depicting like the murals. I keep saying depicting. He was like giving commentary on the murals. Like, what an average adaptation.
Then he talks like a commoner when he's scared.
Yeah. Truth comes out when he's staring death in the face.
It just goes to show that posh accents are fucking faked all the time.
Of course they are. And so are gay
Nobody
accents
naturally
now when
speaks like
I
that.
think about it.
Oh, that lispy fucking... Yeah, nobody speaks like that naturally. I just don't fucking believe it.
Well, of course they're not speaking that naturally.
They don't. They fake it. So... you can tell a fake accent from a mile off. The posh ones just do my head in.
The posh ones I find funny.
They
The
can
gay
be
ones
funny.
are just the ones that are...
Yeah,
Okay.
they're annoying.
I'm just gonna run this way. He's not gonna do anything, is he? Alright.
I think he's thought the gay's a producer.
When does it decide to do that? Just when? I would try to fix it if I freaking could.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Taste my blade.
Yeah, that sort of bull rush head thing that he does. It's unblockable. It takes up a lot of his health, so...
Dead, anyway.
Yep. Not wasting my time on you guys. I think that's the...
Well, loudest lift.
Yep, definitely.
It gets louder as it goes, it revs up as it goes.
It's like my brain switching off every time I have to formulate this stupid routine.
Yeah.
I think my
Time to
partner has come
die.
home.
Taste my blade. Come here.
Alright, I'm gonna have to be right back. Sorry, I just gotta do something quickly. Yeah, just sorting out the checkpoint, because I got family on the way here.
Die, fiend.
You and your bloody family.
Taste.
They're just bringing over a lawnmower that I lent them. Because, yeah. Right, give me a checkpoint. I can't remember where the last checkpoint I had was.
Wasn't too far back.
Yeah. Interesting rooms, though. Definitely noble rooms, but why would nobles live at a keep?
Maybe it functions as a hotel as well. I don't know.
Do you really believe that?
No. That's why it was only a suggestion.
Oh yeah, back here.
Time to die.
Actually, pretty works pretty well. Forgot what I was doing here. And the last thing I want to do is drop down.
That looks like the way to go.
It does. However, thought there would be more around here. I guess not. Give me a checkpoint. There we go. Welcome back to another part of Blood Omen 2, the Legacy of Kain series. I'm joined again here by Thor.
Hello.
And a nice mug of tea. When we last left off, we were just sort of perusing around the keep of the Sarafan Lord, and we got to this part where sound seems to be obnoxiously loud again. So yeah, we were originally meant to, like, I mean, it may have been a few moments since where I last played this, but I'm actually going to deem this as another part, really, because yeah, we spent a few days not coming back to this game or something, because Thor's difficult to get a hold of, I guess. And we have a few more guards here, all bunched up together. It would have been so nice to actually try and take on all these guards, but they eventually just, one by one, start leaving the room. It just, I suppose it's foreshadowing to see what, you know, you're going to be up against. But we know, I mean, I don't deem these guys as to be that difficult, really. They just take a lot of hits. And there you have it. We got a weird guy over there. One of the servants. Don't know what he's playing.
I'll call the guards.
Wonder if the guard will notice. Yeah, he'll notice. See if we can sneak up on him. Or not. They never usually do that in one go. And I can't remember what weapon I had.
Taste my blade.
But obviously you lose your weapon every time you close the game and then load it up again.
Time to die.
And there you have it. That's his strategy.
pretty basic.
Although he just so obnoxiously doesn't want to die though. And then every time you attack him and blocks it, he just laughs at you. He's laughing now. Yeah, he's actually one of the upgraded versions of the knights, as you can see with the emblem on his crotch. You know, try not to think too hard of why I focus on that. But it's basically the best way you can tell whether or not the soldiers have just a little bit more HP than their counterparts. So, there we are. So we've just set off an alarm, and we can actually leave now and not need to deal with this guy, but we want the law. I actually forgot to forgot what the hit button was for some reason.
How to attack.
Yeah. I mean, I'm playing on a keyboard with no mouse, so you can imagine how this is going.
I can't click, what do I do?
I was just thinking the other day that about how I think these games need a remaster. I mean, it's such a prominent thing that I think needs to exist with these games, because like the first game is completely different to this one. I know I've said that a few times, but it is, and I feel like the lore and the story is brilliantly enough that it warrants a remaster. And I genuinely think with it would probably benefit for the company's worth. It's just because, you know, the first game, its game style is completely different to this. It didn't have a third-person shoulder view or back view camera, and yeah, a lot of the games changed. It's basically an isometric top-down movie about, which I don't even think it had voice acting, as far as I know. I mean, it may have done. I might not be too sure on that, but the whole point about this is that this game is brilliant. It's a nice game, in my opinion. It's brilliant, but I'm not unaware of its shortcomings of this game. The level design is something to be desired, and pretty cacky if you ask me. But the expositions for all the other characters, I think, what make this game. Right. And I think as well, because they try and incorporate that with the first game's lore.
How did he not touch that?
Don't know. I touched him and everything.
He was right in front of him.
Yeah, laugh it up. You Saju Balrush. Yeah, so I don't know, I just think I would love it if they were to be a remake, and to, you know, this generation, both the first and the second game. And simply because, if for no better reason, that the way video games are coming back now.
What are you?
There's a lot of them been redone.
Yeah, you have the Resident Evil series, you have the Crash Bandicoot series, and also the Spyro series. I mean, Naughty Dog in general just are on top of people's nostalgia. And
to be fair though, they've been remaking Resident Evil since Resident Evil, so you can't really expect that to go away.
I know.
That's got.
I know. Don't get me wrong. I know that Capcom.
It's got like 4 remakes.
I know. I trust me, mate. I know. I've been thinking about this as well. Like,
Ridiculous
yeah,
series.
it's fair enough. The game's not too old that it's actually warranted like so many remakes now. But that's the thing. I mean,
it's not old. I think they just weren't happy with how it first came out, and then they weren't happy with how they remade
the remake. Yeah. It's just like it goes through iterations of it.
They're obsessed with it. They're trying to get it perfect, and they can't. They just.
That's very subjective. I know, but that's a very subjective term. You can't always get it perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect game.
It is, but when you're the developer and you've got the power to, you know, to change things and revisit it. If you're compelled enough to do that, you just can't leave it alone. And
You know, it's funny.
they're never going to get it right, like you say. It's just like
It's funny you
many
mention
times
that.
as they want, but each iteration is going to be different for different people.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's what people like these days. It's what people understand. It doesn't take a lot of forethought in how the game is going to be created, because you've already got the base game that's been made prior to what you want to make now. It's just adding on to it. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, and that's what kind of Resident Evil was all about. The first game, they made it a lot more horroristic, if that's a word.
That's not a word.
Shush. Well, it is now.
It is now. Well, that's how language evolves. Just say something and hope it sticks.
But yeah, it's got a lot of atmosphere to it now. They've definitely gave a lot more horror elements to the game, and it's received quite well. I mean, a lot of people absolutely loved the remake of the second game, and they were selling that game for full price, like £45. And I didn't know personally if a remake is warranted worth that much. I suppose if it warrants the worth of that game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a remake. No matter how many times you spin it, it is still a remake. So you can't necessarily. I don't feel it's right to charge full price, full AAA, £45 price, to justify spending that much on a remake. I know it's. I mean, it's not technically a remaster. It's a remake. I mean, because it's got a lot of new elements to it. I get that, but not a lot of that game has been remade from the ground up. It's just essentially the mechanics and the gameplay elements and some form of a system, I guess, like the chasing system that they have incorporated in that game now. I mean, I'm not minded about it. I don't remember them doing a Resident Evil 2 remake that wasn't actually incorporated of the base game. It was just sort of Claire's story or something.
Yeah, I haven't really played too much of Resident Evil, so I can't really comment on what's different in which iteration.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I liked the third one. That was my first game I ever owned.
Yeah, that one was.
God.
Game where I got stuck in the police station and I got walled in by Nemesis, and he just fell through the scenery.
I don't believe anyone is allowed up here. You see, we believe there may be a vampire on the premises. The guards have locked all the doors, and the upstairs lever is acting a bit spotty. Bloody thing keeps resetting itself. I would just return downstairs.
Would you now? Well, if you would, then do so. Classy voice.
It's amazing how nobody realises you're a vampire. Maybe they think you're just an elf.
Well, what? Only hell
You
knows.
look like a dark elf to them. They don't realise you're a vampire.
Stay back!
Until you do that.
I mean, you know, he's dedicated to his job. I'll give him that. You know, just standing there, making sure people don't wander off, and it just tells them to, yeah, just go back downstairs, please. That would be grand. Right, so we're coming near the end now. We're actually. Okay, what am I doing? How do I get my? Yeah, here we go. I've got to remember all the keys again, which is pretty annoying.
2 of my merchants have deliveries waiting. I don't understand the delay. I need my payment.
We will not be making any further payments.
But our agreement...
Conditions have changed. Our agreement has been suspended.
I have deliveries waiting. I can't send them back.
Throw them into the sea for all I care.
Throw them?
We won't be needing them.
But my contract... I can go to a higher authority over this.
I suggest you take your losses without another word and go!
I'll talk to the council. We won't stand for this.
By order of the Seraphin Lord, you shall do no such thing!
Wait. What are you doing?
So, interesting. There's a little bit of exposition where they had a trade deal of some sort, and the guard just thought, yeah, I'm just gonna kill this guy so he won't talk to the Union.
He had his chance to escape.
It's interesting, but at the end of the day, why would you care what this guy's doing with his trade goods?
I tend to think if you're some sort of supernatural race and you just completely dominate a society, you wouldn't give a shit. You just do what you want. Fuck them up. They can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, why would he be a threat?
Yeah, it's like fucking when those shows have like aliens invade Earth and they hide amongst the people. It's just like, well, they wouldn't need to. They've got they've got the technology to come over here. They could dominate us. They don't need to hide and do backdoor politics. They could just come to the planet and just go, hey, we're in charge. Fuck you. Easily.
Yeah. So why is that guy? Why? I just don't see the need of why he felt like he needed to die. And this is pretty cool. It's like you get a shot of the roof here. We're actually on the roof part now. We're near the end of this chapter. How do you get by? Oh yeah, there's a switch there. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, remakes and remasters. Remasters. I guess it all sort of correlates to, you know, what people want these days now. I think it'd be such a smart move, because interesting enough, I actually sent an iteration of sent an iteration of a helicopter game similar to which one is it? Similar to the Strike games. And I sent it to EA, and it was just pretty much one level of it. Mind control, what am I doing? Yeah, for some reason now you can mind control through this fence, even though the woman that you saw before, you couldn't do that whatsoever.
Arbitrary constraints.
Arbitrary constraints indeed. Yeah, they thought you could get away. And they basically said to me, because I was wondering like if there was a chance that EA had picked up on the fact that, you know, people enjoy remasters and remakes of old games that they own the IP to. And you know, it's coming back in a way what people enjoy. So I thought I'd give them an iteration of a level that I did in was it Jungle Strike? I think it was. And they basically they didn't get back to me for a couple of months, and I think that's Nathalie has just returned home as well. Yeah, so they didn't get back to me for a couple of months, and then when they did, they said, thank you for your interest in blah 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 blah. We have no further plans on wanting to make a video game like this, and we would appreciate it if you didn't release this type of game out into the public, even free to play, as we own, you know, as you understand, we own the rights to this, and we don't intend to want to sell it out to other people, even as a freeware version or something. And that just pretty much said to me, right, so essentially is you're still trying to be arrogant arseholes in claiming that because you own the rights to it, that means you get to do whatever you want with it, which you can, but you just want to make sure people know this. And no matter what, even if people are willing to do the work, you won't shell out any of the funds to help them, because you just don't want to bring any of them back. You don't want to go backwards, you just want to keep going forwards with random iterations that has a really good chance on failing, because, well, you know, most of the iterations that EA have done these days, they've been going through such an identity crisis. They don't even know what game they want to make or what they want to keep on. Well, not EA themselves, but they keep shelling out monies to companies that they don't even know what game they want to make. Mass Effect and Anthem are the biggest culprits of that.
Please, don't hurt me.
Alright, I won't hurt you. Wait,
It's a rocky road.
I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I know it's a rocky road,
Just
and it makes no sense why they keep doing it to themselves.
Because, you know, I don't know. Sometimes they're fun, sometimes not.
Most,
Especially if the woke crowd get their fucking hands on it.
but that's the thing, like,
It's crap by
every
default.
game is at least trying to bring back something of a nostalgic feel to the games anymore, because they're sick of all these new games that they've got such a bigger risk of missing rather than hitting the audience that they want.
Yeah.
Excuse me. God damn it, it's really not easy to play that while sneezing at the same time. What? Sit down then. If your legs are shaking, sit down. That's usually the best remedy. Yeah, so with all these, you know, nostalgic games that I've been dishing out now, I think it's the best way to go. It reminds people of what they loved back when their days of playing these games were over. Or at least a lot less frequent, because barely anybody talks about them. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring back something that EA doesn't even need to do anything. All they could do is just allow me to continue my work with a bit of funding, and, you know, a few more team members would be nice as well, who are maybe passionate as me, or even better yet, I could choose my team. Just as long as we can get the games out, they wouldn't have to do anything. And they still own the rights, but for reasons unknown, they would just like to continue to not do it and carrying on just dishing out their other crap for the video games, and you can't win, essentially. What we got here?
Bodies were found downstairs. The intruder is near. I want you to patrol the courtyard.
Yes, sir.
I'll guard the cell. Move out.
So that guard right there is the Sarafan Exalted Knight, as I like to call him. And he's pretty much the strongest enemy on the game. Well, the strongest human enemy on the game. Yeah. Let's hopefully he won't notice me drinking this. That's a cool shot. Right there, the moonlight with the emblem. And before you think about trying to lure him over to sneak up on him, no, you can't do that, because his armor glows as well. He has a different sword as well. It's pretty much the same function as the one I have, but it's a really cool sword, nonetheless. Actually, I'm gonna need to fury this guy.
Come here.
Yeah, he's a really strong opponent, as you can tell. And that's his special attack, which I just wanted to show off. Oof. Wow, even after 2 fury attacks, he's still alive. Okay. But he has a lot of health that you can drink from, and a lot of lore. The only problem with this guy is that it takes ages for you to get the lore, because you have to go through the whole blood drinking process in order to do it. So annoying as that is, we have one of these guys who you might want to turn around. Oh, too late. Off with your head.
All the server guys look like steel ashes.
Say again.
All them seraphim guards look like Stuart Ashens.
Yeah.
Just
So-
without hair.
Uma is locked in here, but obviously there's a glyph here, so we just need to go find it and turn it off. Which now it's generating power somewhere else. And yeah, the iteration of the Strike games that I showed him, it was through Unity. It was a very old iteration of the remake that I had in mind to want to do it. Trouble is, they never wanted to concede to doing anything like that, and it just tells me a lot about how EA's priority is that it's all about making money, but they don't understand their audience whatsoever into the thought of people would like you a lot better if you revitalized at least most of your IPs into a remake. I mean, there's no harm in it, there wouldn't be a lot of effort into it because the game's already there as a concept. You could just build on top of it.
They're
But
too
no.
busy making Battlefield and retconning history.
No, they're too busy failing Battlefield and failing.
And retconning history.
Yeah.
It's all bad.
But they failed on that. They failed on Anthem. They failed on Mass Effect. And these are the biggest IPs that they had during this timeline. The only one they've got left now is FIFA. And you know, that's on borrowed time to see whether or not people are going to get fed up with the microtransactions, or at least the gameplay, which I don't know.
Same game every fucking
It's the
year.
same game. Well, to us, it's the same game because we don't care for sports games.
Oh yeah, yeah. A couple new players is warrants a whole new fucking game.
And there she is.
Kane, I thought no one would dare attempt to rescue me. You are either brave or foolish.
You will find me relentless.
There must be a glyph nearby that powers the ward. Find it and shut it down.
What was it that you learned in the industrial quarter? Tell me, in case I cannot free you.
Tell you now, before I am freed. What would you do in my place, Kane?
I would offer my rescuer a token of trust.
That information is for Borodor only.
Haven't I earned your confidence yet?
You have not rescued me yet.
Very well. I will return shortly.
What a bitch. If she dies, her plan just goes up the fucking duff. Because there's nobody to relay the information.
I mean, to be fair, Kane's also not one to be trusted either, given that his past tenuancies towards his comrades and generals or commanders in the
but
last game,
at
so I've heard.
But at least he has the information and he can do something with it.
Yeah. But either way, this is now what's powering the glyph ward gate, I guess. That's in front of Uma's cell. If you were to change it, it would just end up blocking this part here. So the cell part would be free, but you wouldn't be able to do it. However, the way you get out of this is with the weirdest thing, and it's just this little statue here. You pull it back, and then all of a sudden, all that's excessively loud again, just happens to drop and bring up a staircase, because that's logic.
A bit like Doom.
Yeah, I guess,
Where
but
the staircase
it's just
rises at the end.
this makes absolutely little to no sense. I thought, if you had this, then why? Look at that entrance. I mean, look at that sideway. It's so big. That led me to think that this was the original intent, or at least the designers probably had it as an intent of a way to make this a little bit smaller. Because it doesn't look like a secret entrance, does it? It looks like a big, massive alternative entrance. and I just don't understand why. And that's why I feel this game needs a remake, like, in the right way. Stop being so bloody loud, damn it. Yeah, it's really starting to get my nerves now. So yeah, that will change the glyph door there, and then just go through here, and there you go, you're rescued. Just...
You're hurt.
It's nothing. We must get to the roof. Once I am outside these ensorcelled walls, I can use a spell to transport us back to Sanctuary. No!
At last.
What living soul disturbs my home? What creature dares shed the blood of my servants?
He had the sword. Soul Reaver, the prize I had won a lifetime ago, was in his foul possession.
What is this?
You know me.
No. You were utterly destroyed. So easily. Your name was drowned in the backwaters of passing time. All your plans are set alight and sealed to smoke and ashes.
Let those words be your epitaph.
You dare dream of killing me. That fantasy was quenched in blood long ago when I defeated you. And yet, you have learned nothing. Such a pathetic creature. Dare you to challenge me again?
Die, fiend!
No, Cain!
Your death is fated at my hands. How many times must I teach you that lesson?
He is too strong for you, Cain. With the Soul Reaver, he can kill us both. We must flee and fight him when we are stronger.
No! Release me. That demon of filth is mine.
I am your fate, Cain. Now and forever. However long you delay, you will come to me for your
God, those bloody ambient sounds in the background. It was really annoying.
Awful sound mixing. Could barely hear it.
Uma, alive and safe. Cain, you have all our thanks.
I can follow orders when it suits me. We met the Sarafan Lord.
He showed himself?
He is a touch more powerful than I expected. And he has the Soul Reaver. Strange that you did not tell me this at the first.
You are not ready to fight the Sarafan Lord. I told you that.
It was only by good fortune that we escaped. Vorador, I must speak with you.
You have information for us, I know. You may speak.
I was in the heart of the main factory in the industrial quarter. Before the guards discovered me, I had found a huge central chamber that housed some kind of magic portal. This portal looked into a place the likes of which I had never seen before. And this portal was held open by a single source of magic, a stone set on a pedestal. Vorador, I believe it was the Nexus Stone.
The Nexus Stone? Of course. What is this thing? Explain.
The Nexus Stone is an item of great power. It can bend time and space to create doorways to any location within Nosgoth. I know not why the Sarafan Lord would be using it within the industrial quarter, but we could put it to great use.
And what use is that?
One who wears the stone cannot be harmed by the Soul Reaver.
And is this but a legend, to be proved false at the fatal moment?
Oh no, no legend at all. It has been proven. The Sarafan Lord wore the stone when he defeated you 200 years ago.
What?
How else could he have resisted the power of the Soul Reaver? You were unable to use the sword's power, and without it, he was able to defeat you.
Then I shall take the stone and use it to kill him. But know this, when I recover it, I will also claim ownership of it. I trust that is understood.
Then you commit yourself to fighting the Sarafan Lord? There can be no turning back.
I was committed to that from the moment you revived me. Nothing will turn me away.
So be it. You must use the subway to reach the industrial quarter, which lies in the northeastern part of the city. Find your way past the gate that blocks the townspeople from entering. But perhaps we may leave that to your invention. Uma?
Once in the quarter, look for the main factory complex. It is there that the stone is held.
I will return with the Nexus Stone and the Sarafan Lord's head.
One step at a time, Kane. Gotta give it to him though, his priorities are just right on point. Ugh. And I think we've crashed again, so be right back.